Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I am reviewing the remainder of the icons that I have. My review for Kelly will be coming out a bit later because Kelly's is sold out. Today we are doing summer shorties. I am doing all the summer shorties from the Belle Tress icon collection, and it's perfect timing because it's summer. Despite it being summer, it is very, very overcast here today, which is frustrating, but today's the day that I had to film these reviews. It's on the schedule, so we're gonna make it work. Today, I am reviewing 4 wigs from the Belle Tress icon collections, and they're all low density, lightweight, and short for the summer. The one on my head is my favorite, which is Austen. I'm also going to be reviewing Wintour, Beckham, and Monroe. So if you have been eyeing any of these styles, make sure to stay tuned. Don't forget to check out our retailer in the description, Locks and Tops. She's amazing. She is a wig sister who suffered from hair loss. She is here to help you and guide you and give you the best possible prices on Belle Tress wigs every single day. As always, don't forget to hit that bell, give me a thumbs up, and please subscribe to my channel. And let's get started with the summer shorties from the Icon collection. This one is my favorite summer shorty from the Icons collection. This is Austen, and this is what effortless, chic, and adorable hair looks like. Low maintenance because it doesn't hit anywhere on the clothes, a perfect curl pattern that would be very hard to get if you tried to do it yourself on bio hair or even on a human hair wig. When it comes to short styles, I am all about synthetics, and all my short styles are synthetics. Early on in my wig journey, I tried to style human hair that was short, and it was very difficult. So now I'm all about synthetics when it comes to shorter. When it comes to longer, I'm all about human hair. So let's take a look at the adorable Austen from all sides. And this is in Caramel Toffee Blonde Rooted, and we'll talk more about the color in a bit. From the front, from my side, from the back, from my other side. Is she not adorable? I'm like, oh my goodness. She is one that I am really tempted to keep. Let me know if you think I should keep this one or not, because I'm loving it. I'm also loving the color because I'm a big fan of a warm blondish blonde. So let me talk to you first about the dimensions on Austen. Austen has sides of 9.5. So your longest lengths are 9.5, including at the front here, which if you straighten these little waves out is accurate because my face is about 7. So 9.5 at your longest length. The nape is shorter. It's a 2-inch nape. And your overall length is 9.5. So they don't give you a ton of dimensions. I am not seeing a ton of layering. I think they're pretty accurate on this one. They're not always accurate on their dimensions. This wig reminds me a lot of Los Angeles, which I loved the front of that wig, and I did a review on it. Los Angeles was so cute in the front, but then when I turned around, the nape went longer. It was almost like asymmetrical bob in the front and shag in the back, and I really didn't like the back. But with this one, I feel like it's short enough that it's not looking like some kind of long shag, and she's adorable. First of all, the icons are all hand-tied caps with a small section of wefting. They are super lightweight caps, so it literally feels like there's nothing on your head. I kid you not. With the really thin silicone ear tabs, super lightweight, hand-tied, no permatease. And so this wig is absolutely perfect for summer. And just so cute and effortless. All of the icons, I mean, the hairlines are just impeccable. Look at this. Wowza. Like, what wig? Impeccable hairlines and beautiful dimensional color, incredibly comfortable caps. The only issue that I'm having with the icons, and I said this in my last review where I reviewed 4 of them, is that there is some sparsity in parting areas. So when you try to part in certain parts of the top where you're supposed to be able to part everywhere, sometimes you end up with a wide part that looks like your wig has alopecia. So you have to search the top to figure out where it's going to work for parting. So this one is parted on the right, on the slight right. I normally part on the left, but I actually could not find a spot on the left that didn't look wide. So that is something that I am talking with the owner of Locks and Tops about, and she is talking to the owner of Belle Tress about. This is something I see with almost every wig style they have that is not a city collection or a cafe where it only has a mono part. Like the only place you can part is to the left or the middle. Then I don't have that problem. But when it talks about their mono free parting spaces, I'm having that issue on, you know, the Luxe and the Icons. So whether it's a mono top or a hand-tied top, this is a hand-tied top, which is a little bit different. There's still an issue with that sparsity. So I believe that we're going to get it fixed. I believe Belle Tress is going to fix it. So we're working on it. And that does not stop me from wearing these wigs. Like if I have to part this on the right instead of the left to wear such a cute, comfortable wig and such an amazing cap, that's what I'm going to do. So I just want to put it out there because as you know, if you've watched my channel, I am always going to keep it 100% real with you. I will always give you all the information, and Belle Tress wigs are my favorite wigs. I do think they need to fix the sparsity with the parting, and hopefully that will happen soon, but they're still my favorite, and I still, pretty much all of my personal wigs are Belle Tress except for one. One wig is Watermelon R from Rene of Paris because Belle Tress doesn't have that color, and the new Rene of Paris collections are really good. So everything else Belle Tress. All right, so this color is Caramel Toffee Blonde Rooted. It is a medium brown base with golden blonde and light caramel brown highlights. Then it has a slightly darker root. As I said, it's very overcast here today. I am going to go in front of my slider because even on an overcast day, you'll see color really well in the slider. This is a warm toned blonde, which is what I like. It's definitely warm. It is beautiful and dimensional. I would say it's more blonde than brown, but it does definitely have brown, but it is a darker blonde with some lighter pieces and then some brown. And the root, even though because it's overcast, it looks darker here. It's not dark. It's a medium brown root and it's beautiful. So, just so cute. Let's look at Caramel Toffee Blonde Rooted in front of my slider. Even on an overcast day, you're going to get great color in front of my slider. So here you really see those caramel highlights mixed with the lighter blonde. And there is a brown base, but I would say it's almost a light brown. It's really more of a blonde than a brown. Really well done rooting. Beautiful dimensional color. Again, it is overcast today, but we're still going to go out and take a look because I still feel like you can see more of the color outside. This is the kind of blonde that's definitely in my wheelhouse. I like warm. Pretty, pretty. I'm only going to show the cap once because all four wigs have exactly the same cap. These are the Icon caps, which run petite to average, which makes me, you don't even know how happy. I'm a 21.5 circumference, and these caps fit me like a dream. However, Karen, the owner of Locks and Tops, is a 23 inch, which is a large, and she says she can wear these. I was kind of surprised. So that means they've got some stretch. They have a full lace front all the way ear to ear. They have these super light, thin silicone ear tabs, which is great for sunglasses, glasses. You know, instead of those thick felt ones, these are so much better. Hand-tied portions all around the middle there. And then in the back, we have a little section of wefting. We have your extended nape, velvet nape, Velcro adjusters. Now, this is the part that is different. This is a hand-tied top. It is not a mono top. Now, mono meaning you can part anywhere, yes, but it's hand-tied as opposed to a mono top. So what that means is, you know, I've seen hand-tied tops done not very well, and I've seen hand-tied tops done better. The cluster knots are a little bit darker than if you had a mono top, but these are very small. These are very, very small cluster knots, and I don't think they're an issue. I wear these wigs, I put scar tape and powder, and I don't have a problem at all with the knots. My only issue is when I move it over to another area, if I go to another area on the wig, that's not gonna work. So we are working hard to talk with the owner or the CEO or whoever she is directly about fixing the issue with the tops, the sparsity where you part. That does not deter me from in any way, shape, or form, because you can find places to part. It's just not giving you a true anywhere you want. You know what I mean? Such a pretty color. All right, we're now gonna look at Wintour in the same color. I'm only gonna show the cap once because they're all the same. And when I do Wintour, I'm not gonna talk about Caramel Toffee Blonde Rooted again because I just talked about it. But I do have two other colors. I have Beckham in Havana Brown Rooted, and I have Monroe in Cool Chai Blonde R. So we will look at two other colors as well. Let's take a look at Wintour. Okay, I now have on the adorable summer shorty Wintour, named after, obviously, Anna Wintour, the Vogue editor-in-chief. This wig looks really cute on a lot of people. I feel like on me, it looks a little dome-shaped, a little poofy, because I have a small head. It's not just my circumference. My face is kind of narrow. I think it's adorable. I'm not so sure it looks the best on me. So just letting you know, it might look better on you than it does on me. Denise Sheets did a review on this wig and it looked so good on her. And you know, her face isn't as narrow as mine, so I think it's kind of a face shape thing. But let's talk about the dimensions and look at Wintour from all sides. This is Wintour from the front. My side. The back. And my other side. Very cute style. So Wintour has the sides are 5 to 10, meaning there are some shorter layers here. 5 to 10, the longest length is 10. The nape is 3.5. So you definitely have a longer nape than Austen, but still not going to get a lot of tangling. And the overall length is 11.5. And then you have these bangs here, and they say the bangs are 4 to 5 inches. I would say that's pretty accurate. Now, here's the thing about bangs. Usually they're going to make bangs just a little bit longer because everyone has different forehead measurements. So if you truly want the bangs, you can just trim them. The amazing Denise Sheets, Hey Wig Sister, also has a video on how to trim your bangs. But you can also side sweep them if you prefer, but they are shorter. So they're, you know, they still may kind of pop out. I think the Anna Wintour wears bangs. So I think the goal is to get them where you need them and trim them. Now, how I think she looks really cute is with some ear tucking. Of course, my gray is popping through, that damn gray. But this, to me, like super cute when you do a little ear tuck. Leave a few pieces out. Super cute. Yeah, it's cute. It's just, like, I feel like when I ear tuck it, it looks better on me because it's not poofing out as much, you know, except my gray is showing, but I really feel it's a face shape thing. I think this wig looked 10 times better on Denise Sheets, just saying. These are all super lightweight. I forgot to mention that Austen is only 3 ounces and Wintour is also only 3 ounces. So when we're talking about summer hair, we want low density, we want light caps, we want something off the nape. You know, these are styles that are perfect for hot weather. And I always say synthetics are going to do much better out in the sun than human hair, as well as be lighter and more durable. And they're great for the, you know, the pool and the beach and the sand and all that stuff. So this again, super lightweight, no permatease, perfect for summer. All right, now we're going to get into some different colors. I already showed the same color in Austen just before. Okay, so now we're going to look at Monroe in Cool Chai Blonde Rooted. And I want to let you know, Monroe does not look good on me either. But I'm not just here for me. Like, even if they don't look that good on me, they may be the perfect style for you, right? So let's take a look at Monroe in Cool Chai Blonde Rooted. I am now wearing Monroe from the Icon collection, obviously named after Marilyn. I feel like her hair was a little different than this, but I kind of get it. We're going to talk about the dimensions on her and just, you know, like all of them have these amazing hairlines and amazing lace fronts. Wintour also has that same amazing lace front. Even if they have bangs, they still have the lace front. So if you want to pull the bangs back. All right, so let's look at Monroe from all sides. My side, the back, my other side. Okay. Again, I don't think this style particularly flatters me, but you know, it could be someone else's perfect summer shorty. You know what I mean? I don't ever want to decide, like, just because I don't think it's the best style for me doesn't mean it won't be perfect for you. So the dimensions on Monroe are, it says they have a 7-inch side, which I guess they're talking about these pieces here, because this is definitely longer. And then a 4-inch nape. And overall length is 10. So when they say 7, they're talking about these shorter pieces, 10 all the way to the bottom. And they do have some 10 in the front here too. She's definitely a nice, easy ear tuck. And this one isn't even 3 ounces. It's 2.7 ounces. Talk about a perfect summer shorty. You know, like she's really low density. No permatease, hand tied, super comfy, lightweight cap. You know, they're all like that. They're amazing. All right, now Cool Chai Blonde R is described as a very cool blonde with a darker root, and I would say that's very accurate. I went right off the Belle Tress descriptions of colors. Because it has a darker root, you see that rooting underneath the super cool blonde. So it is very cool. For those of you that like your icy blondes, this is the one for you. That's why it's in the name, Cool Chai. And I think it looks great with that root. And because it's short like that, that rooting coming out underneath the cool blonde is really on trend and a very, very cute color. Let's look at Cool Chai Blonde R in front of my slider. Here we are in front of my slider, and you can see it is a very cool, almost, you know, white, almost white blonde with that darker root coming through, and it comes through underneath, you know, because rooting is, you know, all over the scalp. So I think it's really a great color for women that like those cool blondes. Again, it's overcast today, but you can still see the color differently outside. Last but not least, we have Beckham in Havana Brown, obviously named after our Spice Girl, Posh Spice, who wears a very, very asymmetrical bob, or she did for a long time. This one to me is not as asymmetrical as I think speaks to Beckham. But one thing I would do if I was to keep her is I would straighten these out a bit. If you straighten out these front tips, it gives you a much more asymmetrical look. Not completely straight, but straighter. So Beckham is in Havana Brown. Let me show you this cutie, this summer shorty from all sides. From the front. From my side. From the back. And from my other side. So the dimensions on Beckham is, it says the sides are 7 to 9. So there are some shorter pieces here, 7, and the longest length is 9. You have a shorter nape at 2.5. And the overall length is 10. So your longest tip is 10. And then she's 2.9 ounces. So all 4 of these wigs are under 3 ounces. These are very, very lightweight wigs. They are short, they are lightweight, they are low density, they are hand tied, they are no permatease, the perfect summer shorties. And you need to go to Locks and Tops and go buy them because they are amazing wigs and perfect for summer. This is Havana Brown Rooted, and Havana Brown Rooted is a really simple description. It's described as a medium brown with a slightly darker root. and it is perfect for those with olive complexions. And this is where I want to, let me get up close. I want to talk about how good these hairlines are, because listen, when you have a wig this dark and your hairline looks that natural, I'm going to tell you what that is. That is really tiny knots and really expert craftsmanship, because this is amazing for a dark brunette. Amazing. Super cute wig. I love a straight asymmetrical bob. I would straighten these a little bit to make it even more asymmetrical. And of course, I would probably go in a lighter color. But you know, I rock a brunette once in a while and everybody's like, you look so good in brunettes. And I'm like, oh, well, I don't see myself in brunettes. But it's cute. It's super cute. Let's take a look at Havana Brown R in front of my slider and outside. In front of my slider, you see that this is definitely a brown, and this is also described in Havana Brown as having no red, no yellow tones at all. So it's a very neutral to almost slightly ashy brown. And the root is darker. This one is also so cute with an ear tuck. I think that these are the perfect summer shorties because of the incredibly lightweight cap that doesn't even feel like you have anything on your head, the incredibly low density, low weight, no permatease, short, above your shoulders wigs. They're perfect summer shorties. I hope you enjoyed this review today. I want to remind you once again to make sure to check out Locks and Tops in the description, and please consider buying from Karen. She's a small business owner and she provides the best prices she possibly can daily. But in order to keep providing those competitive prices, she has to sell wigs. So check her out. And as always, please hit that bell, give me a thumbs up, and subscribe. I will see you at the next one.